Welcome, everybody, to Sasha and Goff Live Recorded. I'm Sasha.
And I'm Goff.
And we are back this week with our favorite and least favorite Tims of all time.
It's going to be a great Tim.
T-I-M. Now, did you do this because my boss's name is Tim?
I got a cousin named Tim.
I figured he would be on your list. He's on mine.
Spoiler.
So,
Yeah.
He's both our favorite and least favorite.
Oh, so now you have to decide, and your boss does listen to the podcast, just like your landlord neighbor, right?
Yeah.
Any forgot about that from a few weeks ago. Any feedback yet?
No, thankfully. You know, we did a thing with my neighbor where, like, after this stuff happened, I was like, hey, let me give you my phone number in case you need to contact me we should have each other's phone numbers. And so we changed.
Here's my email, Sasha and Goff.
Yeah.
So
we switched. I gave him my phone number. He gave me his phone number, and we were talking about a lawnmower at one point. He was borrowing my lawnmower. That's cool. And then I was like, I don't need this to go further. Like, I'm not gonna ask questions. I don't need him to be like, so what's your podcast? Like,
yeah.
I kind of regretted giving the phone number at first, but he hasn't texted me, so I'm
Good.
like, okay, all right, it's good. It's a business-only phone number. I'm not trying to get closer with my neighbor, and I'm not trying to tell him what my podcast is. So, no. As far as I know, no.
All right.
Oh.
Is his name Tim?
His name is Tim, and he's my number one. And he's here today!
Yeah! Come on in, Tim!
So what happened this week? I got a couple things that happened. This was actually last week. I old manned it. One of my least favorite things is being an old man.
Yeah.
So if there's like concerts on a Tuesday, I want to go.
You usually do, though.
I do, usually.
So
I old manned it is what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. All right.
There was a show on a Friday. Big show. 30-year anniversary of Hot Stove Jimmy's Salute album.
Okay.
And they were playing at Reggie's Rock Club. Not one of my favorite venues in the world. But I just don't like... It's in the South Loop.
Okay, yeah.
I just don't like getting there. It's not for me.
I gotcha, okay.
So they were playing there, and the thing is, I'm going to be there like 3 times in the next month, too, because there's a bunch of shows going on there. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So I was supposed to go to this Hot Stove Jimmy show, and our dear friend Swick, Sky Point, and Will were actually going to this show as well. So when I found out about the show a month or 2 ago, Swick asked me, are you going? And I was like, probably, yeah. I mean, Hot Stove Jimmy,
baby.
Last time we saw them was 10 years ago. They played 350 Fest in Tinley Park. They reunited for that thing. And me and Swick went to that. And so I was like, yeah, most likely. So Swick ended up getting tickets for him and Will. But I never got tickets. I was like, we'll wait. We'll wait a little while on this one. And then it went further and further. And my plan was to go. I was telling Megan all week, I was like, don't forget Friday. I am coming home after work, but then from there, I'm going to go out to Reggie's or whatever. And so then that was the plan for the whole week until Friday showed up, and I was like, oof. And here's the problem. The show didn't start until 8:30 p.m. And there were 4 bands.
Nope.
And one of them was Burn.
Ain't gonna do it.
And one of them was Burn Rebuild, who we just saw open for Wilhelm. And that kind of was like, but they're not the reason why I didn't go to the show. The reason was
weren't that bad.
They weren't. And the reason why I didn't want to go because I was like, Hot Stove Jimmy's not going to get until 11 o'clock. Yeah. They're going to play till 12. And then I have to come home for the 1 in the morning or whatever. I got to take my dog to get her nails did the next morning. We color her nails. And so all that stuff, I was like, still thinking about going. It was like 8:30, and I texted Swick. I was like, hey, are you guys going? If he would have said no, I would have been like,
thank God.
But he was like, yep, we're just leaving right now. And I was like, I was like, all right, well, I don't know if I'm going to make it, but let me know what time they go on. Because if they went on at like 10 o'clock, let's say, maybe I'd have that gust of energy.
Right.
But then he texted me, and it was like 10:45, and I was like, that really does make a big difference, that 45 minutes.
Absolutely.
And I old manned it. I actually went to sleep at like 10:20. And then I opened my eyes, and it was 10:45, and I was like,
wait a minute.
They're going on right now.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say, like, I went.
No, I was like, I made the right decision because I was tired, and I went to sleep, and then I woke up. Swick had actually sent me a link at like 10:30. You could watch the show, like live stream, but I didn't get it because I was already like literally asleep facing my clock. I just woke up and it was 10:45, so I ended up not going to that. I old manned it, and then I felt bad the whole next day because, I like to see Swick and Will.
Yeah.
But also because I old manned it, and I don't want to old man it. I want to be like, screw old manning it. I'm going. I'm doing this thing. So that happened this week. And then I got a little scumbag situation I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah.
So I like this artist. I've talked about her on this show before, and I'm going to talk about her again later in the show. That's a little... No, her name's not Tim.
Okay.
But anyway, Ecca Vandal is the name of this artist.
Okay.
I believe that's how you pronounce it. I have no clue. It's weird spelling. It's like Sasa. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But I think it's Ecca Vandal.
Okay.
And she's playing Lollapalooza, which is a shame because I'm not going to go, obviously.
When is that?
It's, end of July, early August or whatever. So she's playing Lollapalooza, and I'm like, that'd be cool, but I'm not going to Lollapalooza, so I'm not going to see her. Hopefully she does an after show or something.
Okay.
Guess what? They announced Ecca Vandal after show.
Performing at Riot Fest.
At the Empty Bottle in Chicago, which I go, oh, okay, that's where Music Frozen Dancing or whatever was, that show that I went to in the middle.
Yeah.
I'll go, oh, okay.
Some landowner.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, I don't think I've ever been in that venue, but I know it's like a small, like 300 person venue, something like that.
Okay.
And I go, okay, well, that's going to sell out. When is this thing? And it's a Thursday night. I go, okay, I got to not be an old man. Show starts at 11 because it is a Lollapalooza after show.
That'd be great if it wasn't an old man show, though. It started at 11 a.m.
That would be great. Woo! I think that's when she's playing Lollapalooza, is like 2 p.m. or something like that. So it makes sense then for whatever. And it's an Lollapalooza after show, so it's after Lollapalooza's done. And so I was like, you know what? I'm getting tickets. I'm going. I like this artist. I'm all in. They put tickets on sale on Friday, 10 a.m. I'm in there. I'm waiting. Boom. I get my ticket. I'm in. And then I go, I should get more tickets and just sell them because this is a small place. Sure. I think she's going to sell this thing out. And I'll sell these, make some cash money, get us some new graphics, paint my wall over here, And I bought one additional ticket because I couldn't commit to buying even more. Yeah. But I was like, well, if I get the one and I sell it for like $100, that's a wash.
Boom.
By the way, tickets only $25.
Yeah.
That's more than reasonable for a Lollapalooza artist. Anyway, just saying.
It's a good flip, too.
Good flip.
Yeah.
So I buy an addition. Right after I buy my first ticket, I then buy one more ticket. So I have 2 emails in a row about these things. And then I'm like, should I have bought more? Was this stupid to even buy one? What's going on? So I waited the entire day. End of the day, I go and I check sold out. I go, awesome. That means my ticket is worth something to someone who wants to go.
Potentially 2 tickets.
Potentially 2 tickets if the price is right.
Yeah.
So I check on SeatGeek to see if there's any tickets available. None. I check on StubHub to see if there's tickets available. There's 4. $1,175
Woo!
Each ticket.
Oh, shit.
Only available in 2 or 4. They're not selling individual tickets.
Okay.
Which is a positive for me because if one person wants to go, they could just take my ticket. Or if they 3, then they have to get 2 from them, 1 from me, whatever the situation.
Okay.
Was that a scumbag move to take a ticket away from a potential concert goer who loves an artist who's playing in a small place?
This has been like a long-going theme for like, I don't know, just like with our reselling and everything.
I know.
We were talking about a little before the show, too,
I know.
the means you'll go to sometimes, like... Now...
After I saw that price, I was like, should I be doing this as a living?
Now, what I think you should have told the story as you bought the ticket for Megan, and she immediately said, I can't go. So then you were like, oh, perfect. What are you thinking about, though? Do you have a price range?
honestly,
You paid $25 for it?
25
correct?
American dollars.
All right.
I would be happy if I could get $60 for it to cover the fees.
No.
That being said, I am not going to do that. But I don't think those tickets are going to go for $1,175.
No.
At least, but I have no clue. This is, once again, a Lollapalooza artist. It's a bigger deal.
Now, I've never used any of these apps. When you go back on, can you see, like, if those tickets sold? Or could they just be, like, unavailable maybe because the person took them down? Or will it tell you that it's, like, tickets for this show sold for this much? Like, is there, like, on eBay almost how you can... Okay.
No.
So you wouldn't be able to know if those tickets actually sold?
If I go right now and I look... and they're not there.
Yeah,
I would assume
they
that
sold.
they sold.
Okay.
But you're right. I mean,
someone could have potentially taken it down. Maybe.
Yeah. But why would they take them down? I don't know.
Yeah.
But honestly, I was like, well, I'm gonna put it up for like. My first thought was like $500. Get money as quick as I can for them.
Yeah.
Because I think their $1,175 is gonna go down. I don't think people are gonna pay that much money. Then I was like, do I put it at $700? I wish you could accept offers on it. I would take all offers, and I would probably take $200 if it came in today. I would be like, yeah, let's just win.
You put concert tickets on eBay.
You can.
Do an auction.
You can't. That's not bad. I'm gonna take a look at that one.
Yeah.
At what point am I a scumbag? Like, what dollar amount does it have to be?
I think you kind of became one when your first thought was already, I'm gonna try to make money off of this. But at the same time, dude, scuzzy. I mean, everyone's trying to make money now. So.
I know.
And if things like this, like SeatGeek and StubHub, whatever, they exist kind of for this reason, right? I mean, like, I understand the thing is, it's like, well, if you can't use your tickets, but they've made it legal to scalp tickets, basically.
Yeah,
so...
and if you sell them, if you sell enough in the year, you actually do have to pay taxes on it and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably like eBay. It's like if you...
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't know.
Okay,
man.
so let me ask you. Let me give you the situation in your terms here.
Yeah.
Who's
monosyllabic
a band?
Terms.
Who's a band that you would love to see that you maybe have never seen?
No Fun at All.
So No Fun at All is coming to town, and they're playing Brunswick Zone Carol Stream.
Yeah, hell yeah, they are.
And there's like 7 people allowed in the show, and you're in this exact situation. Although that situation might not work because I don't know how many other people are going to see.
All right, but let's say...
But you understand what I'm
absolutely.
trying to say. It's somebody you want to see. You're in this situation.
Yeah.
You paid $25 to go see them. You find out that someone is willing to pay $1,000 to see No Fun at All, or whoever you just said, and you have 2 tickets available. You're selling the one for sure.
Yeah.
Are you selling the second one? Or what does the dollar amount have to be for you to sell that second ticket for a band you want to see?
Listen, if you... All right, so...
I'm also in it for the experience.
If you just sold one for $1,000, though...
Yeah.
And it's like... I think I could live with that instead of, making $2,000 if you sold both tickets. But that's a really good...
$1,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm saying, so that versus... I mean, I probably could. There's still, like, God, listen, if No Fun at All was playing tonight, I'd still be like, it is Sunday. But that's just me. So that's a very good dilemma. Either way, you have to make money off of this. So if you're looking on there, and even, let's say, next week. When's the concert?
July 30th.
You got a lot of time. This is
time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You go on in a week, and you see that these tickets have dropped down to $800. Maybe put yours at $400 or $500 even.
Like, I honestly don't think I will get more than $200 for this thing. Like, but that's in my mind. I don't know for a fact. But you bring up a good point too, because I'm generally in it for the experience, right? I want to see this artist. I think it's amazing to see them in this small venue.
Yeah.
However, it is an 11 p.m. doors open Thursday night show.
Yeah.
Show starts at 12. I'm hoping it's only this artist and nobody else. I'm not going to get home till 2 a.m, and I'm not taking the day off because I just don't take days off.
Sleep in your car at work.
So 2 a.m. To get home, that's another dilemma where it's like $1,000 would be like, well, I get a good night's sleep and an extra $1,000.
Yeah. Win-win.
I'm in a tough situation, but it pays to be a creep sometimes, so...
I like it. All
right.
It's a good situation, good topic, and
I'll let you know what happens if I remember.
I'm curious.
All right.
All right, well, I thought it's been a while. Let's do a bracket.
Been a while.
Right? We didn't do any brackets for March.
Wow, we haven't done brackets
Yeah,
in...
we haven't done brackets in a while. And now I wanted to do new metal bands. I thought that was going to be a fun one. But then I was just like, you know what? Genuinely knowing that you do not like these bands, it would have just been like, I guess I hate this one less than this one, and da-da-da. So then I thought...
You're right. I do tend to ruin things with my attitude.
You do, with your damper... Yeah, your...
My sarcasm.
Okay. So instead, I kept it with music, but we are going to do classic rock bands. All right.
That you like. Favorite classic rock.
This is your favorite classic rock bands. I can't do ska bands. We know what your favorite ska band is. Punk band, probably Wilhelm, Good Riddance, something like that. So we talk a lot about music. We've never really delved much into this category. So, you know, early 70s, 80s, whatever. Okay, all right. I've got four categories here. We're just going to do 16, so we're not going to make this super long.
All right.
Can I please borrow your pen?
You got it.
Thank you, sir.
$3.
All right. So I'm going to tell you the category first, and then I'll tell you the four bands. I'm not going to list all the bands because I don't want you thinking ahead of time who you like. All right. So starting off with our British division, we've got Pink Floyd versus The Who.
Okay. And do I have to give you like reasoning and stuff too?
Whatever.
I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
I've never really gotten into Pink Floyd. I've never really gotten into The Who.
Yeah.
But lately, in the past, let's say year or so, I'm at the store or whatever, I hear a song and I'm like, what is this? And I Shazam it, and it's The Who.
Okay.
So I'm going with The Who because I've been thinking about listening more to The Who. Just to see if I like more of their stuff. That being said, I think I like Pink Floyd from what I know. But here's the thing.
Okay.
I think most of these, I'm not going to really know much of the cat.
That's okay. I think there's a few of them, too, that I was like, I'm not huge. But either...
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll deal with it.
All right, so The Who.
The Who.
No more Pink Floyd. All right, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple.
Ooh. I don't really like Led Zeppelin, but I don't really know much Deep Purple. Deep Purple.
Smoke on the water. I think that's them, right?
I'm going to go with Deep Purple because they were considered more of a metal band, or like the roots of metal, I've heard people say.
I honestly didn't know they were a British band, or they're from the UK.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
No clue.
Okay. All right, next category.
I think Deep Purple was the theme music for Shane Douglas in ECW. That's for the four people who know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
Okay. All right, so now the next category, the next division, which is the hard rock / heavy metal, could be categorized. All right, Black Sabbath versus Aerosmith.
Ooh, Black Sabbath. Although I do like an Aerosmith. I like a lot of Aerosmith stuff, but I think I like Black Sabbath more. Even though I don't dive deep into a Black Sabbath either. Yeah. But I just like their music more than Aerosmith.
Gotcha. All right, AC/DC, Kiss.
Why'd you have to do that in the first round? First of all, let me say Perfect Strangers by Deep Purple is Shane Douglas' theme song. So, yeah, Deep Purple it is.
Okay.
This should have been my finals. Yeah. And it would have been incredibly difficult to pick. Now, both bands have a lot of crap, and both bands have a ton of incredible.
Yeah.
It's just, this isn't fair.
Are we going with the Antichrist Devil Child or Knights in Satan's Service?
Kiss, I've been a fan of for longer. As like one of the first bands I ever got into.
Detroit Rock City?
AC/DC was like...
The movie. You seen the movie?
I have.
Okay.
I have. That's how much I like Kiss.
Yeah. Yeah, I will actually watch a movie. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Is there more? Is this the last one?
That's it. AC/DC and Kiss.
All right, talk amongst yourself. I have to think about this.
Do you want to come back to that one? We could just move on to the next division.
I'm gonna go AC/DC.
All right.
I'm gonna go AC/DC over Kiss, and I apologize to those who I've offended with that answer because it really was close. But you know what? Bon Scott for me is one of my favorite rock stars of all time.
You ever seen that the reel where it's AC/DC when they're starting up as a band, and it's like the one guy's like, "Hey guys, who do you think we should pick as our singer?"
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, "I don't know. I think I'll try."
Yeah.
All right. This next division here, the only reason thing I could come up with is that these are all Hall of Fame bands. I think every band on here is, but I tried to make categories. So with Google AI, that's the best they could come up with. Fleetwood Mac versus Lynyrd Skynyrd.
And let me say this. Kiss Unplugged is a great album. I was listening to Kiss Unplugged earlier this week.
It's weird that you knocked them off the list, though.
I know. I love Kiss. And I know a lot of people, Kiss, they're not talented. They weren't good. They wrote some amazing songs.
They had a lot of different eras.
But what broke the tie for me was, as an individual, if I have to rank individual AC/DC and Kiss members, and Bon Scott was my favorite out of everybody, and I said, I'm going with AC/DC then.
Cool beans.
Anyway, Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, I'm not a big Lynyrd Skynyrd guy, and I do like Fleetwood Mac. Yeah.
All right, Boston, Cheap Trick.
More than a feeling, more than a feeling. Is that Boston?
Yeah.
Okay. Or Cheap Trick. Rockford's Own.
Rockford's Own.
I saw Rick Nielsen at a festival one time. Not a music instrument trade show.
Okay. I saw Cheap Trick at like Hanover Park Festival or something like 20 years ago.
Yeah, they had amazing. A little.
Yep.
Yeah. Cheap Trick or
Boston.
I really don't like either one. I'm gonna go with Boston.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Boston.
All right, and then this final one, this category is all of these bands have episodes of That 70s Show named after them. Yep, that's what AI can do for me these days.
Wow, okay.
All right. Queen versus Alice Cooper.
Ooh, that's a good one. I gotta go Queen. There's just more Queen than I like, but love me an Alice Cooper.
Did you like Alice Cooper's transition into kind of like hair metal?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say golfer.
No. I don't know. Feed by Frankenstein, for instance, like that's when he kind of turned more into like I feel like an arena rocker, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
like,
I don't know enough.
Okay.
I don't know enough.
I like both. All right, and then the last one, the Rolling Stones versus Rush.
The Rolling Stones have been making a big push lately for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not that huge of a Rush fan.
That's okay.
I mean, they're cool.
You're not that. My dad doesn't listen.
Look, I was going to say, I'm saying it to the wrong
talented
family.
as hell, but yeah, hey, I mean, like...
I'm okay with Rush. I mean, I don't not like Rush. But I think I'm going to go with the recency bias here. I've been listening to more Rolling Stones. I watched a documentary about the Rolling Stones recently, and so I've just been listening to more of them. I'm going to go with the Rolling Stones.
All righty. All right, let's go back to the British. The Who versus Deep Purple.
Let's ride Deep Purple in the Shane Douglas theme song.
Let's do it.
No, you know what? Cross that out. It's The Who. It's The Who.
It's obviously The Who.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the 3 songs of The Who that I know over the 1 song of Deep Purple that I know.
Pete Moon's an entertaining drummer to watch. He just beats the fuck out of the drums. Keith Moon, sorry.
All right.
Pete Moon. I think there's a Pete Moon somewhere. Black Sabbath versus AC/DC.
Black Sabbath. AC/DC. All day.
Yeah.
All day. Sorry.
Fleetwood Mac, Boston.
Fleetwood Mac. I'm going Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, baby.
More than just a feeling on that one. I like the music.
Okay, Queen.
That was like a you joke.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't good.
It was like, it went over my head at first.
Well played.
I was playing with 2 piees of confetti. I dropped them.
So I'm sorry this is taking a lot longer than
that's
I
okay.
expected.
Queen, Rolling Stones.
Yeah, Queen.
All right, bud, we're in the final 4 now.
Yeah, and there's 2 that are really going to be a problem for me.
All right, The Who and AC/DC.
AC/DC and Queen. And then who is the winner of AC/DC versus Queen? Wow, if I could only listen to one.
I have a feeling this is like where I would have landed too.
I'm going with AC/DC.
Wow,
If
all
there's
right.
one band that I could listen to for the rest of my life, and it's between those two, I gotta pick AC/DC. I gotta pick Bon Scott.
All right.
I like Brian Johnson too, but Bon Scott, that's a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Sky Point.
I would have probably gone with Queen, but because I am one.
Yeah.
Yep. And good job.
Nice. I like that one.
Quick.
Very
nice
solid.
and quick, right?
I've got 3 categories for you. We'll do a bracket, maybe not next week, but I'm going to quicker than the last gap that we've had because I meant to do one for you and then I totally forgot that we do them on the show.
That's all right.
It's
no
like
problem.
tacos, chicken, or beef.
Yeah.
No, I got a good one for you. New metal bands. Anyway.
At least I've done a lot of research already, so.
Yeah. What else has got going on? We just talking about stuff we're putting inside ourselves?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I'm going to start off with Ecca Vandal, who I've already talked about on this
all
podcast.
right.
She's got a brand new album called Looking for People to Unfollow. 17 songs, 41 minutes. Like I said, Lollapalooza act. If you're trying to define this person in a genre, it is very difficult to do so. She's got a song that sounds like it would be a Turnstile song, except she's singing. Now her voice is like, it's like deep. It's like a deeper voice. It's cool. I think it's cool. It sounds awesome, but it's not like a. It's just like a badass. Remember, like Luna Chick stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to like the Luna Chick, but it's not like screechy. It's just like strong, like a powerful whatever. Ugh. And so she's got a Turnstile song. She's got a song that sounds straight from the 90s. In fact, the way that I found out about this artist was because the band Sponge posted about her, and they were like, she sounds like she could have fit in back in our era, which was the 90s, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's the song Molly. Great song. You should check that one out as well. Then she's got a song that's like straight up hip hop with like...
Wait, her covering Molly?
No, just a song.
Because Sponge.
Oh, yeah, good call.
So, wait.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just the name or whatever. It's not the song.
Okay.
But, yeah, unless it's like so
now you
different.
have to think back and it's like, wait a minute.
This whole time I've just been like, oh, man, I really love Sponge this whole time. I didn't put that together.
Just a Sponge cover band.
Yeah. Then she's got a song that's just like hip hop, like, but like Billie Eilish style, not like
NWA.
Most Def. I don't know any hip hop, so I was just trying to name somebody. So anyway, musically, it's all over the place. Then she's got stuff that's like lo-fi, straight up like almost Dead Kennedys style punk, where it's just like
really gritty.
Like, I don't know what you're gonna play at Lollapalooza for these people. I don't know what you're gonna play at that show that I potentially go to if I can't make $1,000 a ticket. But I love this album. I love this artist. One of my favorite new artists since Angel Dust, who's been like huge on my playlists and all that kind of stuff. So check out the album. I ordered the vinyl. That's how big it is. I haven't bought vinyl in quite some time.
Yeah.
And this was like, you know what? I'm going to keep this one. I want to keep this one.
Sweet.
So that's it. And that's all. I literally.
That's it, huh?
I'm not doing anything. Not watching anything. It's the NBA Finals time is here or whatever. But yeah, that's about it.
All right, buddy.
By the way, let me say this: if the Knicks and Spurs make it to Game 7 of the NBA Finals is on my birthday.
They already have that mapped out, huh?
Yeah, Friday, June 19th. Oof. And what a happy or sad birthday I'm going to have on that day.
All right, well, if it gets to that point, I was going to say maybe we'll hang out, but I'm not doing that. I'm not watching basketball.
Yeah. I wouldn't
maybe we can do...
I'm not inviting you over for anything besides the podcast. So.
I was like, I don't want to do that. All right, I watched 3 movies yesterday. And this was just one of those not getting off the couch. Yeah.
Give me that pen. Give me that pen so you don't keep clicking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's probably pretty annoying. I keep doing that. The Friday trilogy. Next Friday and Friday after next. Have you seen any of these movies?
Not one of them.
Are you serious? Oh, my God. So the first 2 are classics. The third one, it's like, you don't need to watch it, but it's got like some Terry Crews is in it playing like a big gay I guess he just got out of. He's like kind of the bad guy, but I don't know.
Did you say that's the third one?
That's the third one. Yeah.
I saw yesterday. I follow a bunch of like t-shirt companies on Instagram, and I saw one that said Friday the 13th 2, and underneath it said the gay one. So maybe it was 3.
Are you sure it wasn't Nightmare on Elm Street?
Oh no, that's all
because Nightmare on Elm
to me.
Street 2 is
the gay one.
That one's notorious. It's one of the. I think I had that in my sequels for one of the worst ones ever.
I was like, it can't possibly be any other horror movie. It's got to be this one, and I was wrong. So I apologize.
That's all right. But anyway, the Friday trilogy. I watched all 3 of them yesterday. They're all still hysterical. It was rough though watching them on Comedy Central because they won't edit out shit and asshole and stuff, but fuck and gay and homo and stuff like that's still bleeped out all the time. But yeah, it's kind of weird that we got to a point where shit is not like a bad word anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, Friday 1 and 2 still great. The third one's fine, but not as good. Useless Dave reached out to me on Instagram a couple weeks ago, actually, and I was just thinking about our conversation because I've been watching a lot of Big Inning, which is on MLB Network. And I know you don't care about baseball, but as a huge fan and someone who plays fantasy baseball, it's essentially just they'll go for like 3-4 hours at a time just showing 4 games on the screen, all like just a 4-game split. And it's just like whenever one of them goes to commercial or whatever, they just, they'll replace it with a different one. So it's like Red Zone for NFL Network, but this is just 4 games constantly playing. So it's awesome because we were talking about the White Sox who are still playing fucking awesome. It's so fun to watch them this year. But I've been talking a lot about whether or not I want to download that app, and he was just telling me it's like the new Sox announcer is fucking terrible. That's what everyone's told me. He's not new. He's been like 2 or 3 years in, but anyway, MLB Big Inning, good stuff. And then I got a food one here, and this is just totally random, but we got chicken from Jewel the other night. Do you ever get Jewel chicken? I'm not saying this is like the first time.
No, but you're known to be anti-chicken.
No. This is okay. No. Yeah, I know. But I will do fried chicken. I love fried chicken.
Okay.
And I know like if it's fried, it's overcooked, so I'll take it.
All right.
But anyway, have you ever had like the Jewel fried chicken?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't. Why is it so cheap? What are we eating? It's so cheap and it's so good. I went in. We got it twice within like the last 2 weeks. Plus, it's so easy to get. But I mean, I go in and I got 8 pieces and it was $7.99.
Yeah.
It's less than $1 a piece.
Yeah, it's not chicken. There's no chance.
That's all right, though.
If you ever bit into one of those and it was raw, would you never trust chicken again?
Probably.
From anywhere else?
That would probably do it. Because my big thing is, if I eat undercooked chicken at like a restaurant or something, that's usually my last one. Like, I'll eat at a restaurant because there's no way they're undercooking it. So at least if I do, yes, chicken's done for me and I get a lawsuit. So.
Okay, so I'm with you on the chicken. I used to get Jewel chicken like randomly. So if you're in a rush, it's a perfect little like whatever.
You can always get like potato wedges or coleslaw or whatever with it. It's great.
Do you get chicken tenders or you get chicken wings?
No, we'll get like
fried chicken.
We get like the thigh,
Okay. I used to get the chicken tenders, and then they have this like rubbery in them, and so I stopped getting the chicken, but like the potato wedge fries, that's where it's at. Yeah. I'll still get some of those. The other day I went in there, actually, I haven't had potato wedges in like, I have no clue how long it was, and I went in and I was like, I just want potato wedges, and they were like, how many? And I was like, I don't know the measuring, like, what do I tell you? I don't know how much a half pound is. Is that a lot? Is that like thousands or is it like one? And she was saying like some people come in and they're like, give me 3 pieces of potato. Some people do it by the pound. Specific. Some people are like, I want $4 worth of potatoes, and then they have to like one
tax.
at a time. Yeah. So I asked for a half pound and I got just enough. I think it was a solid amount. So tip of the day, half pound of potato wedges. Oh yeah, that'll get you through.
No, when I bought that chicken, I was saying it was $7.99. Like I saw that come up on the thing, and I thought he was doing like by piece.
Oh yeah,
like I wouldn't be surprised at this point that it was just like.
Would you have paid it?
I mean, like, at that point, I probably would have been too embarrassed to,
Yeah.
like, you know, like, oh, I didn't know it was that much.
I hate when
I
that
would have
happens.
probably used, like, my credit card or something so Jody didn't see how stupid I am.
I hate when you do that and you're like, yeah, I knew that was the price and I'm still getting it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, totally.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not financially ruined for the next 6 weeks.
No. But yeah, Jewel Chicken, MLB Big Inning, and the Friday Trilogy. Thumbs up, up, up.
All right, chicken. Yeah. Chicken it is.
Don't
and
forget
that
about
means
chicken.
It is time to talk about our favorite and least favorite Tims of all time.
Tims!
I'm going to start things off with my number 3. I know you hate him. This guy's in your bottom 3 for sure. Or at least a potent notable. Can you guess who it is?
Did you talk about him last week?
For
like a second. Was it Tim Allen?
No.
Oh.
No. It is Tim Armstrong of Rancid.
Yeah, he is in my bottom.
You are not a Rancid fan. I am. And I didn't listen to Rancid for probably a decade, if not longer, because it was like eventually you move on to other music.
Yeah.
Rancid's a great gateway punk band.
Yeah.
You start off and you're like, okay.
But they also had
else?
a lot of hit songs.
Tons of hit songs, tons of albums. And then over the past, let's say 5 years or whatever, I'm just throwing a number out there because I don't know for a fact, but like started listening to him again and I'm like, man, I do like Rancid and I'm not afraid to show it. You know what I mean? We're here.
There
We're
are
proud.
bands that I dislike a lot more than Rancid when it comes to the punk genre. But yeah, I'll get to
for sure.
my reasons.
I think he's a great songwriter. His voice is a little bit out there. Yeah, I always do that. Yeah. I like him. I'm a fan, and so give me more Tim Armstrong, number 3 in my book.
All right, my number 3 is kind of a weird one too, and I don't like follow the player that much. I just always loved how much he didn't give a shit.
Can I guess?
Who?
Is he a baseball player?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's a basketball player though.
Whoa!
You actually mentioned him last week.
It can't be Tim Duncan.
It is Tim Duncan.
Whoa!
Yeah. Tim Duncan to me was Kawhi Leonard before Kawhi Leonard was that, just like,
wow.
I just always loved Tim Duncan for just being that guy that just like, I don't know. He didn't do anything to really stand out except not give a shit, I feel like. I mean, not like he was a lazy player because he's amazing.
Yeah.
But I just think I always like respected the way he played the game. It was always just like, all right, work's over. I'm going home.
I feel like him and Kawhi Leonard are two totally different.
I get
in the stoic,
just like kind of like
you don't
not
see
the way
much,
they play.
You don't see like celebration coming from them or whatever too often. That being said, still I feel like Tim Duncan is like, I respect the game and the rules.
Yeah.
And to me, Kawhi Leonard's just like, give me the money and give me the ball.
You think so?
Yeah. He's just not showy about it.
That's true.
Also, I don't even know.
So, that's a good point. But that's like, I think that's what I've kind of always liked about Tim Duncan was just in a sport that is so diva-ish, him just being like.
Okay. My number 2 is going to be Tim Robinson.
Okay.
SNL alum, and then obviously went on to do all the stuff that SNL wouldn't let him do that he gets to do now. That's with good reason, because a lot of people think it's weird and creepy and crazy. Also, a lot of it is great.
The zip line.
So you think you can dance? What's the name of his show called? I Think You Should Leave.
Yeah.
So, and the movie he had with Paul Rudd, weird, creepy movie. I don't think I liked it, but it wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. And his humor is always like, it'll hit you at some point in everything that he does.
Yeah.
In SNL, he's got the great, the Tesh Brothers skit where they went into do the NBA on NBC theme music, which is fantastic. Tim Robinson, and I mean, like, modern day, just very funny stuff and still putting stuff out.
Can I just recently, the reel I keep seeing from him that is so funny is the one where he tells his boss, or he's just like, hey, do you think I could fit this whole thing in my mouth? And the boss is like, yeah, that's what your mom said to me. But the whole joke is that he's like, what, his mom died like years ago, but he thinks the boss is being serious, so he calls his dad, and he's like, I got good news and bad news. Mom's still alive. And the other 3 guys that are joking with him are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're like, good stuff. Yeah. All right, my number 2, speaking of SNL, Tim Meadows. I fucking love me some Tim Meadows. Last week, I think I was talking about Popstar. He is the band's manager in that movie. And I don't know. Something about Tim Meadows, another one. Like, you ever seen Mean Girls? Have I asked you this?
You may have asked me, and no, I've not seen it.
Okay. Just another one of those movies where it's like, nah, I've never seen Mean Girls, but it's fucking hilarious. It's an SNL movie, you know, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler.
Mm-hmm.
But Tim Meadows in that is great, too. At the end of the movie, there's like this huge fight that breaks out, and he picks up a baseball bat, and it's like, I did not leave the South Side for this. It's just so good. But yeah, I've always loved Tim Meadows, and I just think kind of almost an underrated SNL character. Like, just for as long as he's been around. I mean, like, he did, speaking of SNL movies, he did do The Ladies Man, right? Is that the only, like, leading? I think that might be his only leading role in a movie.
It could
I'm trying to think of that, because I love Tim Meadows so much, but...
Yeah, I mean, he was in other stuff. Obviously, Coneheads. He was in Wayne's World 2 as Sammy Davis Jr. It's Pat, like, The Ladies Man. It's funny. It's all SNL stuff.
Yeah, of course. But he's in that show,
the list
DMV,
goes on and on.
So he's still working. I mean, like, I didn't think the show was that great,
The
but
Office.
he was still good. Was he? Oh, yeah, the baby bat. I want my baby back.
He's in so much stuff. To me, he's like... He's in my in-between potent notables.
Okay.
Where I'm like... I don't know, because it's not like I'm like, yeah, Tim Meadows, you see that new Tim Meadows? I've never said that. I've never been like, I love what Tim Meadows has done here. But I don't not like him. Yeah. He's in everything. When you see him, he was in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. You see him and you're like, oh, Tim Meadows, how about that? So it's a weird thing where he's like, never had this massive hit. Well, but he's just
have
so
you
much
seen
stuff.
like on social media like a couple months ago everyone was doing that thing where it was like me in the 90s or whatever, and it would be celebrities.
Yeah,
he did one of those, but it was Don Cheadle. Like, so it was like, it was just hilarious. Yeah, because again, it's like he didn't like star in anything.
Yeah. And Ladies Man was so bad.
Yeah, it
was one of my least favorite
SNL characters. Definitely
probably.
Some funny written lines, but just not enough to make a movie out of that.
No.
All right, but yeah, I love Tim Meadows.
Okay. And that leads to my number one. Now, this is a recency bias, okay? This is not, whatever. This is affecting me very, very recently, and it's Tim the Toolman Taylor. So I've been watching Home Improvement, and I absolutely love Tim Allen from the 90s. It's hilarious. He's also, like, hardcore MAGA guy now. And you could see it from then, like, to now. Like, it's almost like he was making the arguments for it in the 90s. Like, but the crowd was like, this is hilarious. Yeah. And now he's, like, the same.
He's paving the way.
And everyone's like, this is no longer funny, Tim Allen. But that show was so good. It was such a great premise. It was a show within a show. He's, the celebrity with the thing. And the writing holds up, like... We're openly laughing while watching this show still.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't, you know what? I used to watch that show, but it's like me thinking of it now from, high school or whenever. It's like, I watched it because it was on, but I don't think I was like a huge fan.
I did not expect it to be so funny still. I thought it was going to be one of those things you look back and you're like, oh, well, I guess I'll never watch this again. But, I'm laughing a lot, so... Tim Allen, my number one Tim of all time.
Jeez.
You didn't see that coming. Also, he was a stand-up back in the day.
He was a Santa Claus.
Rodney Dangerfield was in an episode of Home Improvement, and I was like, I wonder if Rodney...
Was it like a rapey uncle or something? I feel like that's when you call Rodney Dangerfield.
It was a Super Bowl episode, and he played Rodney Dangerfield. So he came in, and he was just
So he was a rapey uncle.
Yeah, no respect and whatever. What if I thought his catchphrase was disrespect? That's like Serbian Rodney Dangerfield. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Disrespect.
Disrespect.
Yeah. My wife.
All right. My number one Tim is Timothy Oliphant. Oliphant, whatever.
All right.
You know who that is?
No clue.
He's actor. In the off, yes, actor.
Okay.
In The Office, he played Danny Cordray. He was like the traveling salesman that they recruited him in like season 7, and then you only saw him like once or twice. But anyway, he was in Justified. He's the lead character in that. He's been he looks like Josh Duhamel too. Yeah, he played Danny Cordray on The Office, and I think it was like season 7. But
I've seen this guy before, but I couldn't tell you anything about him.
Yeah, no, I love him. What the hell was The Crazies? He was in that as well, and I just think he's an awesome actor. He's handsome. He's smooth and
Whoa.
Yeah, man,
All right.
I'll say it.
Wow.
But yeah, Timothy Oliphant.
Wow.
Potent notables.
Potent notables. I've got Tim Kazurinsky. I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce it, but he played Sweet Chuck in the Police Academy.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've got the Timmies, the band from
Nice.
Springfield, Illinois, who they're awesome,
Yeah.
and we got the pleasure to host them up here to
They
do
played
a
a
show
show
a long
for
time
us.
ago. It was so awesome.
That was cool.
Who else here? Justin Timberlake. I got Justin Timberlake in mind. I like
Justin.
him. I like his DUIs. I like his problems with the law, and he's a little creepy if you listen to Britney Spears' book and stuff like that. So I'm all in for Justin Timberlake.
Well played.
Being creepy.
Tim
Duncan.
Yeah.
And Tim Hardaway was one of my favorite basketball players to watch play back in the day. And that's all I got for my positive Tims. You?
Ooh, for potent notables, I've got Timmy! Always great from South Park. My cousin Tim, of course. Great guy. And then also, this will kind of play off in the other end too. A song by NoFX, I'm Telling Tim. Great song.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Good call.
Stuff. And then, that's all I had.
All right, so on to our least favorite Tims of all time, starting with number 3, as we always do.
Yes.
I'm going to go with a guy whose name I believe, I'm going off memory, but I think it's like Tim McCrillis.
Oh, Rise Against?
It's the singer of Rise Against.
Okay.
I saw him one time act like a rock star, and I've held it against him for his whole life. He might be a great guy, but I don't like his music anymore. I do like his voice. I do like Rise Against's first 2 albums.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2.5. Maybe, but mostly the 2. But just over the years, I've been not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me. And one time went to a basement show, saw a Wilhelm Scream playing in a basement in Palatine, and who showed up but Tim with his hoodie over his head? Come on, there's 30 of us here. Take we're gonna mob you?
Yeah.
If 30 people mob you in a basement, you should be happy.
You deserve it.
You should be happy. We're happy for your success. I'm happy for your success. I just don't like your music anymore. And I saw you do that one time, and it rubbed me the wrong way. And that's a shame, because he's probably, like I said, a very nice guy, and he fights for things that I believe in. So
that's all right,
Tim.
All right, so I want to preface this first, though, actually, by saying the Tim's list for celebrities isn't that great. I didn't think so.
No.
So
I love doing these lists with the name.
Me too. I didn't even think of it. I just say, hey, let's do Tim's, and then it's like as I'm going through it, it's like, man, this guy's like a philosopher. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. My number 3 is Timothy Chalamet, who I actually like. I like the Dune movies, but I guess like I don't really love him as the lead character. I don't know. He's just kind of. In like his cologne I can't talk. Commercials annoy me.
He seems like he knows that he's good.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, and I didn't see the Bob Dylan movie, and I don't really care to. But yeah, I don't know. I guess like I said, this is kind of a tough list for my bottoms. At least like this one took me a little bit longer to do.
I'm not against him. He's a Knicks fan. He's constantly in the front row of Knicks games with his girlfriend, one of the Jenners, or Bruce. I don't know which one. But
Caitlin?
Yeah, he's constantly. He's like a huge Knicks fan, so that's a positive in my book. I like that he was Bob Dylan, even though I didn't see the movie. I mean, will see that movie at some point because I do like Bob Dylan. I just don't have enough against him to put him on.
I think I don't like enough about him to put him on the other list, so he falls here.
All right, my number 2 is Tim Tebow.
Damn it.
Not a big Tim Tebow fan.
That's my number 1.
Okay, Florida University, that's a problem. He played for the Gators.
Yeah.
And then he went on and had a I would call it a crappy career, but I don't know much. Didn't he play in like a Super Bowl? He
played. Well, you know what? No, he actually, when he played for the Broncos, I think he got them close. I don't think he ever played. If he played in a Super Bowl, it was as a backup or like on the bench. He never started. He sucked at baseball.
I don't need his positivity.
Well, that, and it's just like, also, he's just another one of those God people that it's just like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah.
Always it's just like, we all got to get out there and just support each other and love each other, and everything's gonna be great. And it's like, kiss my ass.
Yeah, Tim Tebow, kiss his ass.
Yeah, no, he's a phony.
Yeah, so that's your number 1.
Yeah.
That's my number 2. Who's your number 2?
My number 2 is Tim Armstrong.
Okay.
And again, just to kind of go with what you were saying
Rancid.
before, it's the voice. It's mostly the voice. I think
like
Rancid is a perfectly fine band musically. I enjoy them. I enjoy a lot of their songs. I don't care much for Lars's voice either.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's just the kind of duo of two guys that it's like,
I get
they're
it.
all right. But musically, yeah, I think they're fine, and they've got a lot of hit songs that I do like. So I don't hate Rancid, but
Yeah.
I don't like.
And out come the wolves.
Yeah.
Out come the wolves.
Ruby, 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 Soho.
I like Rancid.
Soho.
All right, so that's your number 2. Tim Tebow's your number 1, which leads to my number 1, which is a guy who kind of ruined something big for me.
Uh-oh.
I'm going with former NBA official Tim Donaghy.
That's
Not,
a good one.
Not to be confused with Tim Donaghy, which I believe is Alec Baldwin's name in 30 Rock. Is that correct?
Jack.
Oh, Jack Donaghy. So he's related to Tim
That's his
Donaghy.
brother.
Okay. Tim Donaghy, the referee, ruined basketball for me for at least 5 years, if not more. I was really upset with the whole betting scandal in the NBA. And now I know it's not all him, because there was definitely more people involved or whatever. And he came out with a podcast and a book. I read his book. Like, I'm actually a big fan of Tim Donaghy. Not a big fan, but like, it was being a huge basketball fan. It really messed up basketball for me when you can't trust that something is fair anymore.
Yeah.
And we all think refs are cheating anyway, and then to find out that, like, yeah, they're gambling and the mob's involved and all this stuff, it really messed up basketball for me for a long time. And then I eventually got back into it slowly but surely, and I still think it's kind of messed up. But I try not to let referees in any sport bother me like they used to bother me, because they ruin games.
Well, I know you don't follow baseball, like, at all. So do you know, by any chance, they have a new thing called the ABS, which is like, I think it's automatic ball. I don't know what that, to be honest, what it stands for. But anyway, so literally, if I'm batting, pitch comes in and the ump calls it a strike, and I'm like, that's not a strike, bullshit. The guy taps his head, and they literally do a replay of it. Because, they started doing replays in baseball, but everyone was like, no way they can ever get to challenging strikes and balls, because that'll take forever.
Yeah.
So each team starts with 2.
Are you having a stroke?
I know,
today?
I really am today.
All right.
Each team starts with 2, and it's almost like a review in football. If you get it right, you get to keep it. If you don't, you lose it.
I'm okay with that.
But it takes like a matter of seconds for them to show it.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, this is just one more thing that it's like, we don't fucking need that guy standing behind home plate. We need someone there to kind of keep the game going and to like make sure these guys aren't fighting. But it just goes to show you how these guys, they get so many calls wrong. And it's just like, and it's like, I mean, guys are, and then they look like an asshole to the umpire, because umps, like, they remember stuff like that. So it's like, next time this guy's batting, he keeps calling me out, and I look like an ass. So
it stands for Automated Ball Strike Challenge System.
So I knew it was automated ball something.
I think you're right. I think in baseball it matters more than in any other sport, because you just don't need it if there's a thing there.
There's literally a square. I don't know if you've ever watched baseball. No. Every time. It doesn't matter what you're watching.
Yeah.
The strike zone is on there. We can see it.
Yeah.
And because like I said, the catcher, the batter, whatever, taps his helmet, and then within 10 seconds, they show you, like, whether it's a strike or a ball, and it's either called or it stands or whatever. But
it makes most sense in baseball more than any other sport. Yeah. But in every sport, there's fouls on every play.
Yeah.
So it's tough, because you could be like, that's a foul.
Single play. Yep.
In basketball, these guys are dribbling up to half court and like shoving each other, and they call it sometimes and they don't call it sometimes. Picks, people are moving, they're constantly missing calls left and right. But it makes sense in those sports to like not go to it. But in baseball, it's like, well,
when
if you get it automatically,
it's like yes or no. Is this a strike or not?
A ref doesn't have to look at it and decide whether a foul was called.
It's a yes or no.
Yeah, that's it. Then robot refs.
And then
AI,
for baseball too. And then even if it's a review where it's just like, is he safe or out at home plate? We can all watch it on that giant screen, and one can be like, okay, yeah, he's safe.
Yeah.
So All right. Good.
All right.
Good number one. All right. Potent notables real quick. I have. I brought up a good No Effect song before. I'm telling Tim. Now, one of their worst, Timmy the Turtle.
Oh, I like Timmy the Turtle.
I hate
Timmy
it.
the Turtle.
Jimmy. Joni got mad at me before I left because I started singing it, and she's like, "Now I got that stupid song in my head."
That's funny.
Timmy the Turtle.
Great album too. The 45 or 46 songs that didn't make the.
Yeah, that was also on one of the like. Oh no, that's their song on the show. That soundtrack I talked about last week.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Not bad. My list is Tim Meadows, which is not a negative. This is my in between list. Is Tim
I
Meadows.
also have two on the fences as I wrote.
And the other one I have is Tim Cook, the Apple, the guy who's in charge, just because he's a coward billionaire.
Oh yeah.
So that's it. But who's your
for my on the fence? I also have Tim McGilrath, because I do love Rise Against, but I also think he's just leading that band nowhere because every fucking song everything they do now sounds the exact same, and it's pretty much been that way. But it's still like,
and you don't know if it's him or not. To be fair,
no, like you said, he does seem like a good guy. All his causes and everything. I don't care about a lot of it, but I agree with some. And then my other one is. And I think you probably thought I was going to say this before. It's Tim Anderson, White Sox.
Oh, I forgot about Tim Anderson. I thought you were going to go Tim Lincecum.
Oh, no. You know what I was thinking of him? And it's just like, nah, he was actually
opinion,
like...
right?
No, he was cool. He was a stoner pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
He would, like,
San
eat
Francisco
tons of food.
Giants.
Yeah, they had a crazy delivery. But Tim Anderson... So, talk about a guy, he was the White Sox shortstop that was basically the face of the team. And I mean, he got to where he was doing Subway commercials. It was him and Mike Trout in these commercials. It's like, holy shit. And it was because, not the main thing, but this helped a lot. There was the White Sox versus Yankees Field of Dreams game. And it was where they do it like in the cornfield. Mm-hmm. So it was this huge nationally telecast game. The Yankees took the lead in like the top of the 9th inning, and then he walked it off with a homer. So, I mean, to do that like against the Yankees on national TV, so he just catapulted to like just being this huge, larger-than-life player. And he was good, but he was never like as good as the league was trying to make him.
Yeah.
And then once the team started getting bad, he started getting really bad too. And then he got into a fight. And it's just so fun. I hate to say, but as a Sox fan, it was one of the most... It's almost as embarrassing as that Robin Ventura one. Remember when he ran up to Nolan Ryan and just got his ass kicked? So Tim Anderson was fighting Jose Ramirez from Cleveland. And Anderson, it was one of those times where the Sox just sucked. And I mean, like, he was pissed off. So it was like maybe a dirty slide, but he immediately got squared up, ready to fight. And I think Ramirez is like, this is baseball. We don't fight in baseball. But anyway, one punch, and I mean, Tim Anderson literally looked like a top that just fell, like his body like tensed up and he just fell over. It was so goddamn funny. But it's funny. Like everyone's saying it's like that's where Tim Anderson's career just ended.
It's funny you say one punch knocked out Tim Anderson because Santino once knocked out a guy named Tim with one punch as well. Once again, that's a story for someone else to tell. However, that's it for this show.
Hey, my middle name's Tim. I'm a Tim, and I actually knocked the guy out with one punch once. I didn't knock him out, but I broke his jaw. We'll talk about it later.
That's very rude of you, and we'll talk about that on next week's episode. Big apologies to Timbaland, who didn't make either one of our lists. And nothing on next week's episode. We're going to talk about our favorite and least favorite mall stores.
Mall stores?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Current or all time?
All time. It's got to be all time.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
My dog's barking. My dogs are
barking.